Hey you guys, it's Adwoa-Sugar again with another video. Let me hurry up and make this quick before my battery dies. Okay, this video is for my African brothers and sisters. Again, I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday about the love and the hearing of "I love you" from your parents growing up. Now, I was comparing, my life growing up with my family and how they always said, "I love you," even though in their actions and everything they did, but we always heard, "I love you." And even in my dating style, how when I'm really in a committed, deep relationship, I want to hear my man, say, "I love you" if he really means it, you know, maybe even kiss me goodbye before he leaves, kiss me before we go to bed, all the good stuff, how we are. And I was talking to a Ghanaian friend about it, and he was like, "Yeah, like my parents, they did so much for me and everything. But if I was to call them and, even say I love you to them, they would think something is wrong with me." And we were talking about like just different love styles. Like, if he called his dad and said, "Hey, Dad, I love you," his dad would probably like laugh at him. So it's this notion that, um, you know, when somebody says, "I love you," you know, I'm using Ghana. I mean, you can, if you're from any part in Africa and you think, if you told your mom, "I love you," would she, you know, think something is wrong with you, or would she say, "I love you" back to you? I mean, some families do, do that, but it was just, and I talked to, I remember on one of my lives, we talked about this too, and it was a gentleman, I forget his name, sorry if I forget your name, but I remember he said he was like, he told his mom, "I love you," and it's almost as if she was like numb, like she didn't say anything. Like your parents, of course, their actions, sorry, something is on my eye. Your actions, I mean, their actions of, prepare your food, making sure you're washed and clean, taking you to school, um, doing the necessary things as a parent should do, praying for you and everything. You knew that you were loved, but you never heard it verbally. And I think even sometimes in relationships as you get older too, you might not know how to receive another person that may be from another um, culture or demographic telling you "I love you." It might make you think kind of weird about it because you didn't hear that growing up. Um, it just is. It just makes me think a little bit. I wonder if it makes you think or makes you feel a certain way. I don't know if your African mother and fathers thought that maybe when saying "I love you," it means more of a "I love you" towards a man and a woman, but saying it to your kids, or saying it, or your kid saying it to you, or your adult child saying it to you, why is it weird to them, or why does it, or is that in the culture? And then, those of us who consider us ourselves African American, who our ancestors have came from Africa, I'm pretty sure they dealt with the same thing. Or, "I love you" was a different, you know, probably word in their dialect or in their language back then. But then when we came over to this new place, we learned this "I love you," especially because so much stuff was taken from us. But not to talk about African Americans, but more so talking about, like, African or Ghanaians. Um, you know, why is that hard? I really think we should like do. I want to do like a live, maybe where we can have a conversation about it. Like, and maybe if we could have some like, season mothers and fathers to like maybe jump on a live. I don't know if that's possible, but that'd be so cool. And just understand, like, and is it because maybe if they travel outside of where they live, they probably will learn something different? Or has that always been something like from um the forefathers, in Ghana? Like, was that something they just didn't, you know, they didn't display? Like, I'm not gonna say like "I love you" to her in front of the kids, or I love you to the kids, or, I'm going to show you I love you with my actions. But I mean, even showing with your actions that you love a person, I mean, saying it too, saying and showing, I believe should be, okay to be seen. But does that make relationships different too now in this day and age when you had somebody that didn't grow up with that type of love? And also too, like the mindset to why is it so easy for some people to pretend to be in love in a relationship? Even though they're trying to be with somebody for their own motives or things, why is it so easy? What I noticed about a lot of African American women who, and not all, but some who meet and date Ghanaian men who honestly don't want to be with them, but they play a role. And I'm not bashing, like, all Ghanaian men are not like this, but how is it so easy for them to pretend to love when they don't? Or even women, how is it so easy for the woman to pretend? Like, how, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I can't pretend to love you, Charlie. Listen, if you're not my spec, or you're not somebody I admire, respect, or really like, I'm not even about to sit up here and play with you. Like, I'm just gonna be real. And maybe that's my moral, that's just me being a straightforward, honest person with you. If I don't see you as somebody that I want to date, or see you as somebody I want to even commit to or talk to or continue prolonging, it's no point. Like, I'd rather be your friend and just be cool with you and fist bump and, hey, how you doing? But to lie to you and make it seem like I really, really want to be with you just to get something from you, or to have an intention to be connected to, nah. I'm sorry. I'd rather get it my own way or figure out another way to get it than to lie to you, who I know. Like, I know I'm going and one thing about me, my face needs deliverance. My face will tell you before I even speak. Like, you'd be like, oh, you love me? What? Or, I don't even know you. You tell me you love me or you miss me. Oh, that's something I wanted to say. How Ghanaian men could tell a lady that they're dating, or even, a Ghanaian lady, like, they love them, and it makes, it could possibly make the Ghanaian lady like, oh, happy. But if a guy comes and tells us African Americans in the beginning that he loves us, it makes us want to be like, ugh, I don't even want to talk to you. Or it makes us want to be like, bruh, you don't even know me enough to say that. Like, you need to know me. Like, know me for like 8 months and let me check back in and see if the love thing is still there. I know you like me, but you don't love me yet. So those opposites. But anyways, sorry, long talk. Let's do a live about it. Jump in the comments and tell me what you think about, like, growing up with your parents. Why do they feel about, why do they not react, or why don't they tell you I love you at a young age? Why is it that when you're dating maybe a Ghanaian lady as a Ghanaian man, she gets excited when you say I love you to her, and it's basically alike? Why is it when you try to talk to African American woman and you say I love you, and they like, and I wonder what it is for Ghanaian women who actually start talking to an African American man. Do you ever notice anything that he might say I love you later, or could he be saying I love you early? Like, I want to have a conversation about that too. All right, well, I love you guys. Adwoa-Sugar.